Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about data source creation. So data source means the structure of the file that we are going to load it into OneStream has to be defined before we upload the file. Okay. Whenever you want to upload any flat files into OneStream application, the data source have to be defined. Okay. So data source means structure of the file. Structure means like you need to define what is the delimiter of the file and where is my account column, where is my entity column. All your dimension mapping have to be done with respective columns. Then only the data will be smoothly imported into OneStream systems. Okay. So so the data sources are different types we have in OneStream, like a flat files, fixed files and delimited files and connectors and the data management export sequence. So fixed files will have certain fixed length in the file that we are getting it. Let's say if I go here, so we have a scenario which is the starting position, and from there it is a 6 characters. If I go to entity, it is starting from position number 1 and 16 characters that is defining as the entity member. Okay, so likewise each dimension will have a fixed length. That length of the characters have to be defined under the fixed files. Okay, so we have another category called delimiter files, where the file will have a delimiter character. So we will split that using that delimiter character into multiple columns and define that, okay, where is my scenario column. So scenario column number is 5 and then entity column number is 3, like this. And the connector business rule, which will help us to integrate directly the ERP systems through the connector business rule. Okay, and then DM export sequence type will help us to export the data from one cube and load it into another cube. Okay, and through the workflow. So this exporting and loading process will happen through the workflow import step itself. Okay, so within the same application you cannot do the same thing between the applications. Okay, so now we'll try to show you. Let's assume that I'm getting the file in this format. Okay, I'm getting the file in this format, and you need to understand this file structure before defining it. Okay, and if you don't know where is my entity, where is my account, we need to sit with the ERP team and then try to understand this file structure before we define it. Okay, so in order to define it, let's create one delimiter structure. So this is a delimiter file that I have. So I'll create it, delimited file underscore file, any name you can give, and then type is a delimiter. And I wanted to restrict this to be used only in the for consolidation side, so I'm just putting that restrictions, like a cube name is this one and a scenario type is actuals. Okay, so as soon as you create it, it brings you all your dimension fields that you defined at a cube creation. So you would have defined certain dimension fields in the cube integration tab. So all these fields will come as a dimension fields as part of the data source. Okay, so then we need to define it here. So before defining the dimension fields, you need to upload the file here first. So go to the delimited header and upload the file. So I'll go to the desktop and then pick up that file. Okay, I'll go to the desktop, pick up that file that I just now placed it. Okay, so whenever your file open already, right, while uploading it, so this will be a common error, there will be an error. So I'll just close that file and then try to browse it now. it'll it'll allow you to upload the file here. Oh, something wrong. Let me upload it, a different file altogether. Okay, So assume that this is a file, so I'm getting in multiple columns. So as this file is the delimiter type, and we have a delimiter character that we can define it. Let's say if the file is coming with pipe delimiter or a semicolon delimiter, so it can be defined here. By default it will be a comma. So if the file comes with comma, so file will be automatically split into different columns. So then I need to define the scenario let's go to the dimension fields now. So let's say scenario is assuming that if the file has the scenario, let's check once. No, it's not there. So if the file does not have any dimension fields, I can static field can be defined here. Let's actual. So every data which is coming through the data source will be always loaded as the actual numbers. Okay, I can define the static fields. Time, we have the time number, 4 column. So when you place a cursor here it will shows the column number and then cursor position. Basically if you look at here 2 comma 36 and column 4 is showing it, so you just define the column number 4. So likewise, so once you define the column and save it, as soon as you save the specified column will be highlighted like this. So make sure you are assigning the right columns like this. So column number 3 will be entity, save it. So it is highlighting it. View, which is there in the column number 5. Likewise, you need to define all your dimension fields. I'm not going to do all of them, but however you need to define all of them. Okay, so this is the way that we will define the delimited file and delimited file type as the data source. And this data source, once you create it, it has to be linked with your workflow, because ultimately the imports will happen through the workflow only, right? So you will go here the import step and go to the actuals, and here the data source name will be there. Here you need to link it. Okay, so if I click on this edit, you will get that delimited file, the one which you created, so you can assign it. Okay, so this is the way we create a data sources in OneStream. Thank you.